is up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Today is super exciting because my KKW contour sticks came in the mail. So I decided to whip them out real fast and do a video for you guys. This is like an unboxing. I haven't even opened the package. All I've done is open up the box, but I haven't opened up the package or anything. So it's really cute. It says KKW Beauty up here, and then you pull out the package that has the contour stick in it and also a little like info card from KKW Beauty. So on this card right here, it says KKW Beauty, my cream contour and highlight kits were designed to be versatile. Everyone has their own preferences. Anyways, it basically just goes on to say you can mix and match, and yeah. And then on this side, it just tells you like the how to, like prep with primer, foundation, and then concealer, and then contour, and then matte highlight, and then shimmer highlight. So we have this bag here. On the back, it just says the ingredients and everything. In case you were wondering, KKW is cruelty-free. I think it's Leaping Bunny certified now, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to cut it open because there's no like pull tab. And then I just pulled it. So when you open it up, it has this other little carrying case here of the products. It has the, you know, the contour, the highlight, and also the brush over here. And this one does have a little pull, so you can just pull it open. The brush and sponge little stick here is in its own case, and then we have the highlights and the contour. And if you couldn't already guess, I obviously got the shade light because I'm paler than a ghost. Just gonna start off by saying the brush is super soft and it's a really thick kabuki brush, so I can definitely see this being really good at blending out the contour. But I'm gonna say I already hate the sponge. It's hard, it's not soft, it's not something I would ever use. For the sake of the video, I will try it today, but I have a really strong feeling I'm gonna hate this, and I mean, yeah. So before we get into anything, I'm just gonna swatch these on my arm for you guys. Oh, and one thing I do wanna say is not a lot of product. So that's one side. That's, you know, that's about the extent. They're all the exact same length. Just not a ton of product. Okay, so here are the swatches right here. As I was swatching these, I could tell how insanely creamy and blendable these are gonna be. I gotta be honest though, I do not like this highlight. I loved the swatch of the medium shade highlight. I thought it was stunning. It's like a champagne-y, almost with like a little bit of pink tint. This is like a white gold, and I don't see this complementing light skin tones. As I'm showing you guys this swatch, I'm standing on this side, like this side, and the glare is yellow. Like, I know you guys see white, but I see yellow. So when somebody's looking at my face from the side, I don't want them to see what I'm seeing right now, which is yellow. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put them all on my face and give you guys my first thoughts and impressions. I'm actually really, really excited because I love cream bronzing, and my favorite is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops, but a stick is so much easier than putting liquid on the back of your hand and then putting it on your face, you know what I'm saying? So I am really, really, really excited to try these out. Besides the point, maybe if I love these so much, maybe I'll buy the medium shade just for the highlight, because I think it would work on a lighter skin tone as well. But we will have to see. Okay, I'm really sorry if the lighting has been fluctuating a lot. It is about 4 o'clock, 4:30. And when we recently moved, my lights broke. So I am saving up to get new lights, you know? So I'm gonna start off by drawing on the contour. I know one shade is a little bit warmer and the other shade is a little bit darker. So I'm gonna start off with one. I need to re-swatch these to tell. So I'm gonna put the shade number 1 in the more contoured places, and I'll put the shade number 2 in the more bronzy places because shade number 1 looks a little bit more cool toned. I don't know, to be honest, they don't look like they have a huge difference, but let's roll with it. Now I'm gonna go in with shade number 2 because it seems a little bit warmer, and just kind of place this around the perimeter of my forehead because I really love bronzing that area up. And just kind of down the jawline because I like to bronze up the face. And maybe just a touch. I'm going all out, you guys. Like, this seems like crazy, but I do know that this product is very buildable, so it's not gonna start off being like crazy and dark. I'm gonna put a little bit of that 2 shade down the side of my nose as well. Okay, now for highlight, let's go with the matte shade here. And I'm just gonna highlight here. Gonna highlight here, down my nose, Cupid's bow, and a little bit up here, top of my chin. I never need to highlight my chin too much because I have a dimple, so already it's really raised and I don't like the way it looks if it's super highlighted. But I am also gonna bring the highlight down here because I do want to highlight the center of my face on the side of my nose. So let's start by blending this out. I'm gonna use the kabuki brush end for the contour and let's see how it goes. Make sure when you're blending out contour to bring it into your hairline so it looks more natural. Right now, I gotta be honest, I was a little worried when I first started blending, but right now I'm obsessed with how bronzed my face looks. I know that it's a contour product, but to me, it's more of a, it contours, but to me, it's bronzing as well. And I know that that's probably an obvious statement. Some of you are gonna be like, duh, but I'm obsessed. I will say, and this is just me, I probably brought it a little bit too far down there, so I'm gonna take some of the highlight stick, taking some of that matte highlight and just kind of drawing it on just to define the contour. If we don't define the contour, what's the point of contouring? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm gonna blend it out on the side of my nose, trying not to blend out the highlight just yet. Probably gonna take my finger in these tight little corners. Contour has been blended out. For the purpose of this video, I'm gonna test out the sponge, but in every single video I've seen so far, it picks up the product and does not blend it, and it's super hard. So I will just try it out, but I have a feeling I'm gonna just end up going in with my beauty blender, but let's see what happens. I don't feel like it's even blending. And I don't want it to pick up my BB cream beneath it. I just feel like it's patchy. Let me try it this side. I mean, it's not the worst sponge, but I'm just never gonna reach for it, ever. I'm going to take a little bit more of the matte highlight and just bring it here a little bit. Okay, sponge didn't work out for me, so I'm just gonna go in with my beauty blender to blend out everything else. So the highlight, I feel like I love it and I hate it at the same time. I like that it doesn't add any coverage because I don't want to add any more coverage. I just want to highlight certain areas and I feel like it did the job. I just worry that it's gonna look cakey in areas where my pores are the largest, which is right here, and if it gets, you know, right in there, because it kind of already does. I don't know if I can show you guys, but like right around my nose, I could just really see getting way too cakey. All right, and I'm just gonna start by blending out the nose highlight with my finger. Now I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender. So here is a quick shot of what it looks like without setting it yet. I love the contour. I think I'm gonna like the highlight. It's kind of hard to say. I don't really know just yet. But before I highlight with the shimmer side, I'm just gonna take a little bit of the contour, run it under my lower lash line just to kind of define it a little bit. I'm kind of obsessed with what that just did. It's like a very, very, very natural shadow. I don't know if you guys can tell, but super pretty. Now for the shimmer highlight, which is, I was so excited for, but I think it's gonna be my least favorite part. I just really do. So I'm gonna draw this on. I'm afraid of moving product beneath it, so I'm just gonna try and like rather than swipe, I'm just gonna try and do these kinds of motions. I also just don't think like those yellowy golds, they just don't work for my skin tone. I could see them working for other light, fair people skin tone. Fair people. Fair skin people, as am I, you know? But I just don't think it's gonna work for me. I'm gonna put some down here. I'm gonna add some up here. On my cupid's bow. I don't really bring shimmer highlight down on my chin anymore, so I'm just gonna kind of leave that blank. Just gonna do my finger for this one. I think that'll work best. So it's very, very subtle, which I've heard a lot of people saying. It's pretty. I don't hate it now that it's blended out. It's still not my favorite shade. Like I said, I just don't really love those like yellowy golds on me. But it's super pretty. I do like it. And I do like the idea of a cream highlight beneath a powder highlight, just because I feel like it really gives the powder highlight something to stick to, and it will last so much longer than just putting your powder highlight on top of your powder that you set, you know, your foundation with. So that being said, now that everything is done, I am going to set my face and add a little bit more bronzer, just a little bit, because even when I do cream bronzer or cream contour, I always set it. So I'm gonna add a little bit, and I'm gonna add some blush and highlight, a little bit of highlight, and then I will jump back in with you guys and tell you my final thoughts. Really quick, so I've set everything else, but I haven't put more highlight on. I just wanna see if I can get a better look. It's a super subtle, super natural highlight. It is very pretty. It's just like, if you want something more highlighty, you're gonna have to add a highlight on top, if that makes sense. Okay, so thoughts on the products. I will say I do really, really, really like the contour bronzer. I love it. I love how natural it looks. Just in case you're curious, I put the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer on top, which, if you're familiar with this formula, it's kind of sheer, so it didn't add a ton. It did add a little bit of bronzing, but just a little bit. Did not add a ton. Still very, very natural. I don't feel like I really added anything on top of it. But anyways, love the bronzer, love the contour. To be honest with you, I don't really understand the two different shades. I feel like in the light formula, they're not that different. I will swatch it for you guys one more time. So, I mean, they're clearly different, but I just don't feel like it's a big enough difference for me to be like, oh yeah, that one I'm gonna use here and that one I'm gonna use there. I think what'll end up happening for me is I'll use one side all the way, and then I'll use the other side all the way, and then I'll have to order a new one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I'm gonna use both at the same time. But I do think the formula is incredible, super blendable. The contour bronzing does not look cakey at all. It looks very natural, very blended, very well put together. I know that some people were saying it was like too natural for them, but to me, like, you can really build this up. I used a lot of product and I got a really nice contour bronze out of it. So to me, this is like the perfect thing. This is the right amount of contour, because it looks natural and it still looks beautiful and you still look contoured, but you don't look like whoosh, which I know isn't everybody's cup of tea. I know some people really like that really cut cheek look, which, if that's what you're looking for, maybe this isn't the right product, or maybe go a shade up, like one shade darker than what you would normally use. The biggest bummer is just how little product you get. But you know what I mean, like, it's just not a ton of product. But I will say the formula is incredible. I wish that you got more product. The packaging is cute, not super expensive, not like blown away, but it's so cute. I love like the blush tones. I love the monochromatic look. I love the minimalism and the simplicity. That is just my jam. That's what I love. That's actually what I adore in packaging. But I think she really hit the mark on the packaging, but it's not luxurious in any way, shape, or form. I love this brush. I think this brush is perfect for the contour blending, and it would probably work really well for the highlight blending, but once you dirty it up with the contour, you're probably not gonna wanna go in and blend your highlight shade with this as well. I hate the sponge. Sponge is gimmicky. I don't really understand it. I just kind of wish maybe there was two brushes, like a brush for your contour, a brush for your highlight. That's amazing. That would have been perfect. So the highlight shimmer is super natural, and the highlight shade is a really great shade, to be honest with you, for light skin tones. The shimmer is almost just a little too natural, but I do love it for layering. I just don't think I would ever wear it on its own. I adore the matte highlight shade. The one thing I will say is I'm not going to be able to bring it down super far because it's already, I mean, I've had this makeup on for less than 10 minutes and it's already super cakey down here. Okay, you guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up and also hit the subscribe button down below if you are new here. Hi, my name is Kendra. I post 3 videos a week, but maybe 4 this week because this is probably going up on a Monday, which means 2 videos on Monday, but I just wanted to get this up for you guys. But I hope you guys have a great morning, noon, evening, day, night, whenever it is that you're watching this video. I love you very much. Thank you for supporting me and watching this video, and I will let you guys go.